In high school, I actually ran a rap club. Really, in my senior year, I was rapping, but I didn't really have beats to actually rap to. So I said, you know what? I can try to make some beats as well. So one of my friends gave me a copy of FL Studio. I started making beats on that. At first, I was just making beats for fun because I love to do it. Making hip hop style beats, soul sample, more like Kanye West, Talib Kweli, Lupe, those style of beats. But then I was volunteering at a recreation center, and the kids used to listen to Baltimore Club, and it was like, you know, we like club beats, but you can't make no club beat. I'm like, shoot, I can make any kind of beat. I make beats, so I started making club beats. They got into the hands of the late great DJ K Swift and KW Griff. Then they started playing them on 92Q. The city asking who this new guy out making club tracks. They unique, they different, they rocking, and it just snowballed from there. Back in the day with club music, you could only really get it if you knew somebody who knew somebody. You had to have a CD or had a record, etc. But when I started making club music, I started putting it on SoundCloud. And then colleges out of state started asking, hey, do you want to come to our school and play your homecoming and play some club music and we'll give you a few $1,000s? I'm like, what? That's the moment when them booking emails started coming in. And mind you, I wasn't even DJing at that time. People just think club music and automatically assume you a DJ, but I wasn't. So I bought a DJ controller off of online, got my friends up, we went upstate and we started playing those college parties. We getting paid, we eating, we traveling, it was all good. It's always been a soundtrack of our city. So even though I took it as a challenge, I grew up on club music. When I went to parties in high school and middle school, we wait, okay, the club music about to come on. Where the girls at? We wait for that part where the club songs and stuff come on. So it was always in my heart. And when I started making it and started collaborating with different local club producers, etc., I started to understand the deeper meaning. Like, people think club music easy to make, but it's not. It's all about arrangement, feeling, breakdowns, how gritty it is as well. So once I started really studying club music and figuring out how deep it was, that's when I knew, okay, this is something I'm going to do. I'm going to put my stamp on it, coming from it from an artist perspective and a producer perspective. So really, one of my friends gave me his whole hard drive full of club music, my friend DJ Tigger. I sit down and listen to all that club music. It'll give me ideas to push it forward, come up with my own versions of stuff as well. Club music is for the clubs. I always tell people that. It's jumping on TikTok too, so it's good for TikTok too. But like the real feel in the club music, you gotta be in the clubs, hearing that bass. So it really was a defining moment for club to see how can club music live without the clubs. And that was for a lot of different dance music styles. A lot of people, some people was putting music out, some people were just holding the music off to see, because a lot of people put music out and then they tour. So COVID also affected my production, being able to get in the studio with people. And it's been a lot of emailing. It's been a lot of Zoom, a lot of Microsoft Teams, a lot of Google Meet. So, but it's been giving me focus. Earlier this year, I had a lot of production. Like, a lot of people hit me up for production. Probably more because artists stuck in a studio or stuck in their home studios rather than been touring. So my production clientele has really doubled. And of course, the shows is like non-existent. But I did a couple virtual streams. So COVID been good and bad, but it's giving me time to sit down and reflect of kind of where I want to go, next steps for Mighty Mark. I just think everybody going to come out with this with a much heightened appreciation of what we had, because it's been gone for like 2 years. So you never know how much you missed something until it's gone. So I expect a lot of more music. Hopefully people have been creative this whole time. So I just expect everything to be amped up times 10 for myself and for the city. Like the city, like the nucleus of young artists that I'm seeing on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. It's a lot of good music rumbling, and hopefully this music can get some exposure.